What's up, my lovely people? It's Alex from ASC. Just getting my daily fix of DD, Daily Driven Exotics. Shout out to those guys. I do love their videos. They do make me laugh. Right, it's late. I am late. It is not Snap on Tuesday. It is Snap on Wednesday. So we are running a little bit behind, but I have some cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. I've been busy over the last couple of days trying to get stuff done. There's a lot's changed in the workshop, but we'll go into that. We've got some Snap-on stuff to talk about, also some car stuff to talk about, and new tools. So we will go into that. First off, the Camaro has moved. You may wonder why. Guess what? Alex has been a busy boy. These are designed by me, by the way. Lotus should have done this from factory. These are Perspex covers. So you can actually see the V8 in its little cover. Little bit of beautification for the old girl. So I have been a busy boy, very busy boy. Let's just pop this. We have a Lotus engine. It is in and it runs. At present, the power steering lines are not connected because I've got some new lines coming underneath the chassis of the car. The good thing about Lotus is obviously the body itself is composite. I've had all my suspension powder coated, so all my arms are never going to rust again. The chassis is galvanized, so we've got some bits and bobs still to tidy up, sort out. Power steering lines are disconnected. I'm having some new ones made. We had an issue starting the vehicle with a oil pressure switch. The switch actually failed the sender, so we're not getting the gauge. This is why the binnacle is out at the minute. This is also something I made, was a carbon fiber dash for the Lotus because I don't like wood. The binnacle is off at the minute because I was testing for the oil pressure gauge and I wanted to make sure that we had the correct oil pressure before we went ahead and started the vehicle. But I've got to do basically now a lot of running in, a lot of processes with different rev ranges, just trying to get the motor to bed in, and then after that get everything buttoned up so it's ready to drive, and then slow under 3,000 RPM, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 miles to get it all bedded in. But we have a Lotus. It works. So I am dead happy, really excited, really pleased. Yeah, some more bits and bobs to sort out, but it's a huge step. The engine that I've built is working. The tapping that you're hearing is obviously just the oil moving around. Everything is still trying to bed in, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Chaser stuff, I've just got the car on charge at the minute because the battery went dead. Because I keep moving it in and out of the shop while we're waiting for the insurance experts, I use that term loosely, the insurance people to sort themselves out. So yeah, just got the battery on charge for the 1J, did some tightening up little bits, some anodized bolts and bits and bobs. Also, we discussed previously about the porta cable router. I did get my Craig lift, I did buy my porta cable router, and I built this. There's my router station. It's still under a little bit of construction. I've got to sort of finalize the worktops, but I've got my inverter, my router's in there, and obviously the router itself is sat into there. So I can raise and lower the router, obviously off this list. get everything going. I've still got all the bits and bobs to sort out. I'm going to put some shelving on the wall, and I need to kind of do the ducting, so it's going to take the dust out of the atmosphere, out of the workshop, as if it will, and collect it in a cyclone. But yeah, so that's another thing that I've completed, which I'm also dead happy about. Snap-on stuff. So managed to make a bit of a purchase this week. Answer some questions as well. I will try and do those. Let me just find something that I can prop you on so you can see me clearly. There we go. We good? I think we're staying. I'll try not to wobble you. Right, couple of things. First off, wherever it's gone, the hammer set that I talked about last time. Somebody asked what it was. So the model number is a 2005 BFA, Bravo Foxtrot Alpha. Now, they go for around about 289 plus 289.35 plus the VAT, which in total is about 347.22. That's English pounds. But obviously, if you're buying the body shop hammers, they're a lot more expensive. So the kit is actually worthwhile. So 2005 BFA, and that's it there. Cool. Right. Next thing, new purchases. I got these, and they may look like some kind of weird kind of screwdrivery stuff, but what they are actually, they've got screwdriver handles, so they're quite, you know, nice and easy to grip. But they're actually rad hose pulls. So you've got, you know, tools for getting in behind the rad where, you know, you're kind of using like a screwdriver to get the silicone off or whatever. The idea of these is you can kind of hook in behind it, or, you know, get your tool in. So that's quite a handy thing, especially working on the Lotus. I have used them already, hence the grubby finger marks. Yeah, see, my toolkit is used. And also one of these. Now, because we had an oil pressure switch failure, I couldn't actually tell where the engine was previous to starting it up. So we needed to kind of switch the ignition on, run it over on the starter, and check where the oil pressure was kind of before the crank, because you can see almost what condition an engine is going to be, like the oil side of things, on it's basically safer on starter motor crank because the engine is turning, but it's not turning at speed. And obviously, if you fire it, as soon as it's running on idle, it's 1,000, you know, 1,500, whatever. So you can do a lot more damage a lot quicker. So it's better to do it on the starter first without the pumps connected. But I wanted to see where the oil pressure was. So I can't lift it up because the end of it's dirty. But I've bought a snap-on oil pressure gauge just so I could plug into the engine and get like a remote switch or a remote feed. A remote level, so I could tell where the pressure was. I've also had some breakages this week. I've had some screwdriver ends replaced, some Phillips ones as well for my set, and second set of these snap-on tin snips, or, you know, metal scissors. Second set of those I've had, they failed again, so I've replaced those. And what else have we got to talk about? I think, to be fair, that's about it. The shop has been crazy busy. I say I've been mostly concentrating on, you know, getting customers' cars out and doing some Lotus bits and bobs. But the majority of it is, you know, is getting this bad boy running. So it's kind of ready to go for summer. We've got a Lotus show coming up soon. Hi everyone, sorry, back again, customer come in. Yeah, so everything is kind of moving forward slowly on the Lotus. It's just kind of running through all the checks and making everything's okay with it. This is taking a lot of my time because I have a Lotus show at the end of the month, which I'd love to get the car to. So I'm struggling between getting work done, paying the bills, and obviously getting this thing ready for its kind of maiden voyage. I still need to order some bits and bobs, finalise the car, but we are on the home straight. Just going to turn some lights on and show you these because these are kind of cool. I have made a loom actually which illuminates the rear lights, so you get lights in the center as well. So it kind of, I mean, it almost looks like an R32 from the distance, you know what I mean? You just see the four rear lights, and I've got my little rain light down there as well. And at the front, it's pop-ups, isn't it? Who doesn't love pop-ups? Is that not the best look ever? So yes, that's it for Snap on Wednesday. I am a happy bunny. Gonna see you again soon, I'm guessing, when I've finished the Lotus and everything's kind of washed and cleaned and oiled and everything's going okay, but I've kind of still got my hands full in doing bits and bobs. But good news, Lotus is up and running. I will speak to you soon. Take care, bye.